Hey beauty bosses, I am back with another video tutorial on how to create your shipping labels at home in your Shopify store. So I thought it was really important to separate the videos. I've done a video on 5 ways to set up your shipping. I also done a video on how to set up your shipping rates in Shopify. And now I want to show y'all, like, okay, once someone places the order with you, what does that process look like? So please, if you are new here, please subscribe. If you are coming back for more, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate your support so much. You have no idea. Um, and yeah, I hope y'all enjoy the video. If you have any questions, please drop them below. And that's all. Okay, beauty bosses. So this is how you're going to create your shipping label in Shopify. So you're going to come to your order, and I have a lot of this grayed out just for customer privacy, but you're going to come to your order, and then you are going to simply click create shipping label. And then you're going to scroll down, and this is what I want to talk about, y'all. So um, first, I have different packages in here. I have the priority box, I have a small bubble mailer, I have a small envelope, and then I have a flat rate box added. Um, if there's a package that you're going to ship with frequently, I recommend adding that. So let's say, you just want to add a bubble mailer. Okay. Say it's a soft package. It's 10 by 10 by 10. Okay. And then this is, let's just say it's 1 ounce. All right. You can save this and add the package. All right. So if it's something that you're going to be using frequently, you want to put it in here. Right. Um, so the customer has placed the order, you have your packages entered, and then you need to weigh it. And I'm going to go back and talk about this some more, but you need a scale. Okay. Hopefully you have a scale. If you don't, you can get one on Amazon about $20, and that should do the trick. But you have to know how much your package weighs in order to ship it at home. So this package, because my weights are already entered into my products on my store, it automatically calculated. But if you haven't done that, it won't. So let's say, it didn't automatically populate. And let's say that this package weighed 12 ounces. Okay. It weighed 12 ounces. As you can see, two different rates popped up. 450 and, well, more popped up actually, but 450 and this 812 for priority mail. Okay. The customer paid for priority, so you need to select priority. Okay. If you had your weights entered, which I recommend, I'm gonna show y'all how to do that if you haven't already. Say this was true. Say they did pay for first class, then you would select this one. That's ideally how it would be set up if you had your weights. But see, once I change this to 16, first class isn't available anymore. It's priority. So first class is only available for packages under 16 ounces. And then once it's 16 ounces, then you have to ship with priority due to the weight. Okay. The other thing to keep in mind is I always keep this at ounces. I never switch it to like pounds, just because most of my stuff sometimes isn't even like my scale, it doesn't measure in pounds, it measures in ounces. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to show y'all. So okay, I'm not going to create this yet, but once you put your weight in here, I'm going to change it back to 23. and it selected the right one. Okay, perfect. You're going to go down. It gives you the option to buy additional shipping insurance. Okay. One thing to keep in mind, first class packages do not include any insurance coverage. So that's something to keep in mind. Priority shipments, they include up to $100 of coverage. But say this package cost me $200. Okay, say this order was $200 worth of products. I'm going to buy some additional insurance. I'm gonna buy additional $100 of insurance for 89 cents. Because if something happens to this package, it's only going to cover the customer $100. So I'm going to pay for this because this is a huge order. This is potentially could be a new top customer, and we want to make sure that her shipment is covered. So that's where you would do that. And then you would go, you can ship the package today, you can ship it tomorrow, you can ship it whenever. All right. And then I always make sure this is set to be checked because you want to make sure your customer receives the shipping notification that includes their tracking information, and then you can buy the shipping label. All right. Um, that is how that works. Now, the other option you can do is you can do both of these at once. So say you're, getting in the groove of things and you want to do this, you want multiple you want to create multiple labels at a time. So you would do create shipping labels, and that's why it's so important, y'all, to make sure your weights are in there. Okay? I'm going to show y'all how to do that. Just give me a minute. So you select those two. You can change the weight. So if you want to confirm, you can go in and change it. And then you do review and buy. Again, you select when you're shipping it, and then you make sure it's sending, and then you buy it. Okay, it's pretty straightforward how this works. All right. The other thing I didn't mention, but I want to mention is when you're creating your shipping labels, the other thing that you want to do is you want to print your packing slip. All right. That's just going to show the customer that this is what they ordered. All right. So you want to make sure you're printing the packing slips, and you can do that in bulk as well. You select both of them, more options, print packing slips. Okay. If I'm moving fast, I'm sorry. I try to keep the information very concise and to the point. If you need to go back and rewatch it, you can, but it's pretty straightforward, y'all. So what I wanted to share with y'all, if you do not have your weights entered, you need to get your weights entered. All right. This is let's do this old product that I have for Valentine's Day. Okay. So this is what your product page looks like. All right. Each product on your Shopify store has one of these product pages that you go in and edit. All right. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come down here to shipping. And if you have the physical product, this should always be checked. Okay. You have to make sure you do check it. And then you put your weight in right here. All right. This is how you get the weights automatically calculated. This is how you make sure that when the customer checks out, they're paying the right amount. They're not paying too small of a shipping cost. They're not overpaying by, a lot of extra dollars. This is where you do that. So this actual product, I put all of the items in a box because that's what you're going to ship it in. You want to make sure you're, putting it in a box. And then I put all these in a box, and then I took the weight, and then I think I added like an additional 2 ounces to it just to leave room for, the business card, any packing materials that I put in there, like packing peanuts or the bubble wrap or if you have shredded paper, packing paper, whatever. I always add another like 2 ounces to my weight just to make sure it's covered, because the last thing you want to do is ship stuff off and you're telling the carrier that, hey, this package weighs 25 ounces and it gets there and it only, it actually weighs 30, then that's a problem. Okay. So this is where you would do that. You would go all the way down. You have to make sure shipping is select, or physical product is selected, and then you put in your weight right here. And I always make sure it's in ounces just because that's the type of scale I have. And so I highly recommend, if you don't have a scale, get one. You can get one off Amazon for about $20. So definitely invest into that. Invest into a good scale because you're going to need it for shipping. As you roll out new products, you're always going to need to know what that product weighs so that you can ship it off from home. You should never be going to the post office and shipping stuff from the post office, because it costs a lot more money. And then lastly, I want to well, let me show y'all one more thing of how you can do this. So let's say you have multiple products, okay? You select them, and you can do this at once. All right, so I'm moving quick. All right, so I selected them. I did edit products, go over to columns, and scroll down to shipping, and you can add the weight, and I'm gonna unselect that. And you can automatically do it, so you don't have to go, like if you already got this set up and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go into every single one, you can do this in bulk. Okay, this is how you would do it in bulk, and then you click save. Okay. All right, y'all, I hope that was helpful. One more thing I want to show y'all. Let me go to an order that I already shipped. So printing the label. Okay, there are a couple different ways. I'm gonna have to delete all this stuff out so it's blurred out. But a few different ways you can print your labels. I highly recommend investing into a thermal printer. That means the printer does not use ink. So if you're planning on doing your business, just go ahead and spend the money and invest in it, because you can do the packing slips on there and you can do your shipping labels. It's a thermal printer. You can go on Amazon and look it up. All right, it's a great investment. So what you can do is you can print it, and so it prints right to my printer. The other thing you could do is, no, I didn't do that right. So the other thing that you could do is say, all right, I'm not about to mess my stuff up, but I do want to say this. So say you have, you're like, you know what, I know I want a thermal printer, but I just, I gotta put that on pause right now. I got some other stuff I gotta get. Okay. That's fine. What I did when I first started is I went over, like I had a printer. I had a printer at home, and I went on Amazon and I bought, you just type in like 8x11 shipping labels. And so you can type in that into Amazon and it will pull up a list of shipping labels, and it'll be 2 on a page. And so you can do that. And so when you go to print it, you'll have to just make sure it's connected and the format's right. I'm not going to go over that, but it should be pretty pretty self-explanatory once you do it. But that's the two different ways that you can print the labels. I wanted to make sure I covered that because I know that is really important. So again, I hope this video was helpful. Let me know if y'all have any questions, and let me know if y'all have any other ideas for videos. Bye, y'all.